My name is Kanisha Hay, and I'm originally from Jamaica, raised in Miami.
And can you spell your name for me, please, for the
The
record?
spelling of my name is Keneshia. Last name is Haye.
And how long have you been in real estate?
I've been in real estate for a little over 2 years now.
Now, what made you get into real estate in the first place?
The reason I got into real estate was my husband's in the military and we moved to the Fort Hood area. And I primarily work in the logistics field, but I couldn't find anything here in the Killeen area. So someone approached me about real estate, and so I took the exam and I passed. And well, before the exam, I had to study, and took the exam, passed, and that's how I got into real estate.
Now, what struggles did you ever come across being a real estate agent?
The struggles I came across as a realtor is getting clients, marketing yourself. Those are the top struggles.
Now, do you believe your gender is ever an issue with you doing your job?
I don't believe my gender is an issue in my job.
What is the general process in buying a home in today's economy?
Okay, the general process in today's economy to purchase a house is you get the buyer pre qualified through a lender, and once they're pre qualified, then you view some homes. And once the buyers select the home that they are happy with, then you go through a whole buying process of getting a home inspection done. The loan company will get an appraiser out. The buyers have to send in a lot of documents to the loan officer, and then you close on the house.
Now, is real estate really a cutthroat business like the media can make it out to be?
Real estate, is it a cutthroat business? At times it can be cutthroat because you have to understand that realtors are also people. So they're not nice people in the world, so therefore they're not nice realtors in the world also. That's how I like to look at it. And it's all about people's characters.
Now, what is your greatest joy in being a real estate agent?
My greatest joy in being a realtor is the freedom of my time. Yes, my time is somewhat sometimes limited because I am dealing with clients. However, the freedom is when my customers are satisfied.
Now, which option do you prefer, buying or selling?
The option I prefer to work with, well, I'll say the clients that I prefer to work with are buyers. And the reason for that is um, sellers, typically it could take up to 6 months. Well, three, I could say about, depending on the market. Depending on the market, it can sometimes take the 3 to 6 months, okay, for the seller's house to sell. With the buyers, they come in and they want to buy a house, and more likely 30 to 45 days. That's why I like buyers.
Now, what horror stories have you ever heard or experienced while being a realtor?
Well, a horror story that I've experienced is realtors that lie. You're in a deal with them and they blatantly lie. So, therefore, you picking up the slack for their side of the deal. So, it's basically double work for only your one pay.
Now, what is the greatest advice you can give someone who is looking to buy or sell a home?
And advice I have for someone who's looking to purchase or sell their home is more or less research and trust your realtor. Stop.
What is the greatest advice you can give someone who is looking to buy or sell a home?
Okay, the advice that I'll give someone that's purchasing a house is to do some research before you start the process. See what neighborhoods you'll like. If you're not in the area, go online and check out the area that you are looking to come into. Selling a house, I would say the same. Just do your research on how the houses in the area are flowing or moving, basically.
Now, being in a military town, does that make your job easier or harder, and why?
Okay, being in a military town, I believe it does make my job a whole lot easier. I've heard of others in other area. They don't sell as many homes. However, the selling price for houses in this area is kind of low. And whereas in other areas, for one house that they sell is probably 5 to 6 houses that we have to sell. So, yes, it's easier to get clients in this area, but I think it's equal.
Now, how many and what cities do you service in this area?
Okay, in the area, I service, I want to say about 7 to 8 cities. I service Killeen, Coppers Cove, Harker Heights, Kempner, Lampasas, Belton, Salado, just to name a few.
Now, have you ever considered branching out to more cities?
I have. I've thought of branching out through the whole state of Texas, but that's in time.
Now, how many hours do you work in a day?
A typical work day, the hours consist, they fluctuate. Some days I can work anywhere from 5 hours, and some days I'm working 10 to 12 hours because even though I leave the office, I go home and I'm still working.
Now, with all the stuff you're doing, how do you stay organized?
Staying organized in this field, you must keep your files in folders. A to-do list is very, very important. Um, Office space neat and clean.
Now, do you ever think about changing your career?
Have I ever considered? I in my 2 years of real estate, I have considered changing careers. I've went back to my logistics career for a bit, but working for someone is just not it for me. Real estate affords me to work for myself, and I'm back full time in real estate.
Do you ever have much family time since you're basically on call, like you had mentioned all the time?
Well, now this I call it my second time around because I did do real estate just part time last year, trying to see if I wanted to go back into the logistics field. But coming back full time into real estate, I do have more family time because I know how to do my time better this time around.
Do you have any advice for someone who's looking to start their real estate career?
I do have advice for someone who's trying to start out their real estate career. I'll say plan. Uh, don't come in thinking that you're going to make a wad of money. It takes time. You have to be patient with it. With any business, it's going to take time for that money to start growing, and you need to come in with funds because we have fees and dues that you have to pay.
And do you work with any investors?
I have worked with investors. Currently, I'm not working with any investors, but I have worked with investors in the past.
Now, does your license update automatically, or do you have to retake exams annually?
Our license do not update automatically. Every 2 years, we have to renew our license, but we only have to do courses online, and it's like 60 credits you have to do to renew your license.
How do you stay current on real estate laws and procedures?
I stay current on real estate laws and procedures. One, we have a lot of classes in this area that we stay current with, and as well as our broker. Uh, she'll let us know any updates that's come available.
Okay, now off subject. You had mentioned a broker. Well, what's a broker?
A broker is um, the owner of the real estate company. In the state of Texas, all realtors have to fall under a brokerage. And so the broker is basically the owner of the real estate company. It's a different test that they have to take. So you have to be a realtor for a minimum of 5 years in order to go and take the broker's license.